And Joe Fitzpatrick, Charles James, this guy is a whirlwind, and he likes to get everybody out quickly.
And Jolt'n Joe has a lot of nicknames, and they're justly earned. Fitzpatrick comes into this bout with 7 wins but 6 KOs. That's very unusual for a fighter in such a lightweight class as the lightweight. Gary, I expect him to be explosive as always tonight.
He faces a guy named Greg McLean, and he is 0-1 looking for his first victory. It's going to be a tough road to hoe against Joe Fitzpatrick, though, Jerome.
He's picked a tough draw tonight, there's no doubt about it. But he's coming up from Tobacco Road, and we've seen a lot of fighters come from that area and show well. So it'll be interesting to see just how he fares tonight.
Scheduled for 6 rounds here on Boxing Spotlight. The Fighting Irishman, Joe Fitzpatrick, takes on Greg McLean. And now let's go to the ring. And ring announcer, the one and only, Discombobulating Jones.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to a very special attraction bout scheduled for a 6th round. This is in the super featherweight division. The man in the middle of the action, once again, Mr. Kenneth Chevalier. Introduce the principals first. Out of the red corner, he's wearing the blue trunks with white trim. This gentleman weighed in at 126 pounds. From Sanford, North Carolina. His professional record, an even 2 victories against 2 defeats. And he's looking for his claim to fame. This is Greg McLean. And his opponent right out of the blue corner, who's wearing the 2-tone blue trunks. He weighed in at 125.5 pounds. His professional record, unblemished, a perfect 7-0, 6 out of 7 victories. Ladies and gentlemen, he's looking for another stunning KO. And there is electricity in the air in the form of Jolt'n Joe.
The Fighting Irishman, Joe Fitzpatrick, and you're on Greg McLean here on Boxing Spotlight. We come to you from Martin's Crosswinds in Greenbelt, Maryland. Along to fight Dr. Joan Spears and Charles James, I'm Gary Williams. Thanks for joining us. Here we go, round 1. We're scheduled for 6. And any of you seen Joe Fitzpatrick on our show before, he's not flinch, he's not go to the bathroom. He gets them out very quickly.
Gary, I'm glad that you warned him because Joe Fitzpatrick, for such a lightweighted fighter, he really has explosive punching power. And there's been a lot of times when I've had the tendency to blink, and when I looked up, the guys were on the canvas, so it should be a great fight.
Joe Fitzpatrick, one of the more deceiving fighters. He's a lanky fighter, but there's a lot of power in his build, Jerome.
There's no question about that, and of course he has a great following that goes with him everywhere he goes, and right now they're being very vocal supporting their fighter.
Joe Fitzpatrick, some good body shots, McLean trying to stay in there.
McLean has come back with some pretty good shots of his own here in these exchanges.
Well, that last uppercut by Jolt'n Joe was right on the button, and those body shots, it's really taking a toll against the ropes right now.
In the first minute, round 1, scheduled for 6, Greg McLean in deep trouble. And that's it. Ken Chevalier is going to stop it. As he said, don't blink. Do not go to the restroom. Joe Fitzpatrick already 8-0 with 7 KOs. And here's the Boxing Spotlight. I think Joe Fitzpatrick's been on about 3 or 4 times. And I don't think he's been bothered in the second round.
Jolt'n Joe really has a lot of power, and you can hear the crowd respond. They really love him here in this area.
We announce the Discombobulating Jones with the official time.
Referee Philip Chevalier stops about 1 minute, 12 seconds of the first round, won by TKO. And you got the
Joe Fitzpatrick with a solid fan following, and that fan following very happy right now. So Fitzpatrick has raised his record now to 8-0, 7 KOs.
And tonight, Gary, you saw how a lightweight fighter can really sit down on his punches. At one point, I think Joe Fitzpatrick threw 5 unanswered left hooks into the body of Greg McLean, and between the uppercuts and the hooks, it was just too much as McLean just wilted under the pressure.
And Joe Fitzpatrick showed a pretty good chin there. He was getting caught with some pretty good counter shots there by Greg McLean for a period of time there. Yeah, I didn't see his legs quiver at all. He took those shots very well, and this guy's just a powerhouse in the ring.
So the Fighting Irishman, Jolt'n Joe Fitzpatrick, remains undefeated here on Boxing Spotlight.
Football, hoops, championships. This is ACC country. This is HTS.
We've got a pit full of Irishmen here. John Hennigan, joined by 2 generations of Fitzpatricks, and Bobby Magruder. First of all, Joe, take us through what was the fight.
I just had to work on a few moves, which the guy didn't let me do, so I just went on him. I wanted to work a couple jabs and work over and throw more right hands, but I just started throwing the body shots, and that's what slowed him down, and I just finished him off with the left hook and the right hand over top of it.
Are we ever going to get to see a second, third round out of you, or no?
Whatever it takes, you know.
Let's go to your dad over here for a second. I was talking to you last night at the weigh-in about a conversation the two of you had, particularly on that subject of getting some rounds in.
Yeah, so we talked about that a couple of times, and we wanted to work him, you know, a little bit slow and everything. But this guy here, Joe, come out and hit him with a good stiff jab, and it kind of froze him up, and it took the fight right out of him, but with a hell of a jab. And then he had to do, finish him the best way he can after that. Once you get a thing rolling like that, but I'd like to see him going a couple rounds. But if they come early, you got to take them.
Bobby Magruder, your thoughts on the fight?
Well, it was our first 6-rounder, and I thought this guy was going to come to us. I told Joe to box, let him come to you, but once Joe tagged him a few times, the guy retreated. Joe went after him and took him out of there. The end of the story.
You Fitzpatrick's always packed a house. How many fans do you think were here tonight?
I don't know. I'd say about 1,500, something like that, maybe more.
Around 1,500.
How does that make you feel, seeing all your good friends out here?
Feels good.
And believe me, they're all wearing Fighting Irishman shirts.
He's like the Pied Piper. You know, wherever he goes, the people follow.
That's right, and they certainly love him here in the Washington, D.C. area. Gentlemen, thanks for stopping by the interview pit. We'll be seeing much more of the Fighting Irishman, Joe Fitzpatrick, on upcoming editions of Boxing Spotlight. Hold on for a few minutes, folks. We're going to be back in just a few moments with more on Boxing Spotlight.